All right, folks. Game two of Will versus Autoson in the Intermediate Invitational Tak Tournament of 2022, the second one actually, has begun. It looks like Autoson played this first move very quickly, not waiting for me at all to get set up for this. We did see Will win in game one with a flat win. And now we're going to see how they do in this second game. Will finally making his first turn here. Took him a while. I think he wasn't quite ready for that first move to come so quickly either. And especially interesting that Autoson placed not in the corner but at A5, which is a very unorthodox placement there for sure. All right, now black coming down with C2. Looks like black's going to try and interrupt, go for this vertical, whereas white is content to go for this horizontal line here and just push this edge crawl. We did see black play, white played an edge crawl, but it was Will playing white in last game. So Will played that edge crawl last game, and it looks like Autoson's going to try and do something similar here. Build along this bottom row here for the horizontal threat. Black content to keep playing upwards here. Make sure that that white can't come in and make threats coming down with any sort of early captures here. So if white plays at A1, capstone here at B3 comes right onto C3, wants to throw it down. Stuff like that can happen. I think white's actually not in that bad of a spot here. White, if they play at A1, they can get into that. I liked A1 first. You want to get that anchor point in, and then you can drop a capstone here at D2. Okay. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Black drops the cap instead of falling for the trap of coming up with the flat. Now, if black had come down and then white had come over and then white dropped and what black came up, white would have dropped a capstone here and made that threat, and that would have been really devastating and really tough to get into. But this capstone placement really stops it in its tracks, and that's pretty good. Now it's going to be tough for white here. Aliano2 saying that everything loses except for 2C2 plus. I wouldn't say everything loses. It's not great, but there are a bunch of different moves that that white can do to get out of this situation. Black's able to smash here on C3. If they want to. If not, they can always just go for the horizontal threat here at the top. Black probably able to still just play up at top for the horizontal line, knowing they can come down with a capstone. They could just drop a flat here at D1. Also, slow that down. Dropping a wall instead, a lot more authoritative there. Able to come left, capture onto that, liberate the captive. White's probably going to bring that capstone down onto D1 or place a flat there and then come down with it. And they do that. So now if he comes down, white's going to drop a wall there to stop this horizontal. Black likely just going to drop a flat to go around it. White comes down with the capstone. Black potentially going to play here at e4, or could take 2c1 left. 2c1 left is good because if white wants to smash that wall, they've got to do it from this c1 position, which means black can just bring their capstone down onto c1 and interrupt everything. Will he go for the smash, though, knowing that he'll leave this open for the capstone to come down and interrupt all those plans? I think he will. I think he will make the smash anyway. Places at a1 first. Gives black time to drop a flat. White comes left. Black probably going to drop another flat at b4. Aliono2 is saying f5 is better than b4 here. I have to disagree. Now I can see black playing over in this direction. Or going for the vertical this way. Or playing at c5, going around it in the backside. Yeah, I think c5 works here. For black, dropping at c5. Okay, makes the connection first. At f5, that makes sense. Can drop at c5 on the next turn after stopping white's smash move. So black now comes down or drops a wall here, either one. But white does now have the reach to get up to b4 with that capstone. Wall gets dropped by black. White now has the opportunity to throw all the way up. I think that's the move here from white. White's got to abandon this place down here. There's a wall, there's a capstone. There's too much going on for him. Black has too much going on up here with very little blocking at just that one wall. White's got to get stuff moving in a different direction. Going for the vertical here makes the most sense. And wants to get into that mix before black places here. White dropping a flat there. Instead, black's just going to drop at c5 and make the threat. Now white can't come all the way up. Oh, white can come all the way up. They'd have to leave a black here on b4, but they can do it. White comes left. Let's see. I can see black potentially building here and here, going for the smash win. I mean, you can smash right now. Make a threat of that. You can smash up on c3, and that would threaten smashing this for the road. And I don't see any problem with that. It's not like it would leave behind an opportunity for white to make a road down below right away. Would have to stop the initial threat first. Black just content to keep building up above and building around those walls. White now playing here at b6. This is good. This works towards white getting this vertical threat going. White's going to have to play at a2 at some point, I think, to be able to connect it while throwing all the way up. Now, if I'm white, I want to bait a capture war onto this piece, knowing that I'll lose it with the flats, but that I can get there with this capstone. So I'll come left with 2c5. And then if he comes up to make the threat, I'll potentially come down with b6. And if he recaptures, I'll throw the capstone all the way up. Black plays over. White finally brings the capstone up. We could see a b5 plus here to continue the threat for black, but black would likely play a6 first. I don't think black's in any danger of white making this vertical threat because black has the capstone here to cut off all of the lines here. So not too much danger here from white's vertical threat because of this black capstone. All right, we see the wall move right to cut off the threat. Black can still renew that by placing an f6. If they want to immediately renew, that is. They do. Immediately renew with f6. Wall comes up. Now we're going to see probably a d5 or an e5 here. Maybe an f4, but d5 makes the most sense here. No threat right now from either player. Both of them have the opportunity to make a threat on the following turn, however. So white can make a threat by placing at a2 or capturing left with 2c5. Black can make a threat by placing at e5 or f4, or by capturing onto c5 with c6 or, just c6. Or by capturing up onto b6 with b5. White plays at b1, which I feel like is way weaker than an a2, but goes for it anyway. Black comes left with the capstone, cutting that off. Really dismantles that vertical threat pretty well. White going to build over to get rid of the, to go around that capstone. Wants to build a3 on the following turn to make that next threat. But black can make a threat now by bringing this up onto b6 or playing one of these. If they want to go aggressive. If they want to be passive, they can drop a wall or a flat here at a3 and be a lot more passive for it. But they're going to go for the aggression, playing over at e5, making the threat. White could go for the aggressive move also, 2c5 left to cut off the threat and also make their own. That's the move I like here. Now the wall comes down instead. Black can immediately renew with e6. Or with f4. Either of those work. Goes with f4 instead. Before black made the capstone move, I was also thinking about a vertical line like this, but the capstone's no longer in the position to do that. I guess the wall could come left and leave behind something, but all right, white goes up again. Black replaces at d5, just continuing. This is more of a thrashing move, what white's doing with this wall stack here. Really feels like thrashing, though not in the conventional sense, but it's basically doing that. Black is running low on reserves already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 reserves for black. All right, white makes the move. Black plays here to keep that from happening. White plays, makes the threat. Black comes down immediately to stop that. Black comes left with the wall ready to come left and cut this all off after a3 is played, because he knows that this is going to want to come down and capture. So immediately comes over with this wall ready to come left over on a b1 and a1, cut off all of the vertical anchor points that white has here. But also he's got black in this position where he can play over here for a horizontal threat. Playing it at d2 is a horizontal attack threat. Also at d3. Now do you play at d1 as black? E2, I guess. Now we're going to see e3. And I believe that's basically game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 2 Comey is 15 for black. So 11 to 15. Yeah, this is it's a Galit, if anything, for black, which is a forced flat win, much like he had on the previous game. Black showing that he is not afraid to win on flats here. Now down to his final flat, not able to make a road, but going to win with flats regardless. Strong flat game play from Will here. So congratulations to Will for making it to the finals of this 2022 second Intermediate Invitational Tak Tournament. He has so far been undefeated. He has won every single game he has played in this tournament. So makes sense that he would be in the finals, right? And he will be playing against Dope Medic. But that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for all things Tak, especially the Tak Discord server. This is where you can find all sorts of resources like strategy guides and people to play with, whether that be right here on playtak.com or asynchronously right there in the Discord server, or even on our map, you can find people to play in person. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, have a great day and happy tacking.